Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nigi Solutsuli. This is Ocean Drive, and today you join me on my couch. Before we get started, I'd just like to thank all my subscribers and everyone who watches the video at home and stuff like that. I really do appreciate it. Without you guys, I probably wouldn't carry on making videos. So your feedback, your inputs and all of that stuff, it's really helpful, and it really kind of, gives me a good idea of how well I'm doing or what I need to improve on. So guys, I really do appreciate it. So that's a thumbs up for my subscribers and my viewers. And yeah, just to remind everyone else who hasn't already subscribed, please subscribe guys, so that you guys can get notifications and know when I upload and stuff like that, and you don't get to miss out. And it also helps me because as the channel grows, the more stuff I'm able to do, and the more you guys are able to interact with me and stuff like that. So please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So today we'll be talking about a number of things, but I'd like to start with Lewis Hamilton. I'm a very big fan of Lewis Hamilton. He's kind of like the best driver out there at the moment. I know some people have different opinions about it, I don't know, but I think he's just good at his craft. And this weekend, actually today's Tuesday, so 2 days back, they were in Austin, Texas, for the US Grand Prix. So Hamilton had the chance to win his 5th F1 championship title, and yeah, he obviously didn't get it. It goes on to Mexico now. They were in Austin, Texas, like I said before, and all he needed to do was to come in first position, and Vettel would have to, who's his closest rival at the moment, also a 4-time F1 champion, and all he needed to do was come in first place, and Vettel would have to come 3rd or lower, and that would increase his points to above 75, where Vettel would mathematically not be able to catch up and win the title. So he would just be the outright winner. Unfortunately, as the race unfolded, which was, by the way, a very spectacular, it's a beautiful race, really nail-biting stuff. Shit, I was at the edge of my seat, like in the last couple of laps, the last 22 laps. It was just happening because Hamilton was having problems with tires, and everyone was kind of catching up to him. So Mercedes decided to pit him, change tires, and he would chase. And wow, what a chase! But at the end, he finished in 3rd. Kimi Räikkönen, very happy for him. He finished 1st place, and that's actually the last time he finished on the top step in the podium, which was 1st position, was in 2013. So 5 years, 113 races later, he finishes 1st, which is a record in itself. So congratulations to him. And Sebastian Vettel was able to overtake Bottas in the dying, I think it was in the 2nd to last lap or the 3rd to last lap, and effectively come in 4th. Behind Hamilton. Hamilton tried to get around Verstappen, and yeah, just didn't work out. So the championship carries on. It goes to Mexico this weekend. Excitedly enough, it goes to Mexico. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, Hamilton has now effectively, if he does take the championship in Mexico, he will equal Fangio's record of 5 championships, and he'll be only the 3rd driver to do that, to get 5 championships, along with Fangio himself and Michael Schumacher. So Schumacher has 7. He has the most championship titles, which is 7. And I think, if Mercedes can keep up this kind of form and consistency, then I think Hamilton has a chance to maybe equal or even surpass Schumacher. So yeah, Hamilton. In keeping with Formula One, Vettel also managed to spin his car again. The 3rd time in this second half of the season that Vettel has but has unfortunately spun around. He did in Monza when he had some contact with Hamilton. He did again in in Japan when he had contact with Verstappen, and with another Red Bull this weekend, Ricardo, and he just spun around. So yeah, it's not really been a good second half to the season for Vettel. In the first half, Ferrari was looking very, very strong, but I think it just kind of tapered off, and yeah, I feel bad for Vettel because everyone's kind of, criticizing him and stuff like that, and he's really a good driver. It's just, I think he's kind of putting too much pressure on himself, and his reactions, or how he's reacting to the pressure and stuff like that in the car, it's just not working out. Although every time he spins around, his drives, like to come back into the points or into the positions that he's finished in, have been magnificent. So big ups to him, like well done. He obviously is a good driver. It's just, that wheel-to-wheel racing, he just hasn't kind of mastered that art, I guess, because obviously he keeps spinning. But yeah, hopefully next season he'll have a better shot at the championship. It'll also be nice to see him, and he's also a 4-time world championship title holder, so it's not like he can't drive. So other car news this week that caught my attention. I need to stop saying yes, I say it like I am quite a lot, so guys, please forgive me. That's just how I speak. I've been trying to work on it. I hope it's not too bad, but bear with me. So what was I saying? I was talking about the BMW. So BMW released the new X7, very big car. It just doesn't look too bad, like from the side profile. It's once you get to the front and you notice that it's got such a big grille, which is like, whoa, BMW, you could have just reduced it a bit, but I don't know, maybe they needed that for air intake for the engine and stuff like that, or they just kind of trying to assert themselves and give themselves that big presence or whatever they're trying to go for. But the size of the car itself, it's massive. I'm not too sure about the dimensions, but I do know that it is longer and wider than the biggest Range Rover that you get, which is the long wheelbase. So it's massive. It's gonna be a 7-seat car. You can configure it for a 6-seater with 2 seats in the second row, 2 like captain's chair kind of seats in the second row. But as standard, it comes as a 7-seat option, and they are claiming that you can seat 7 adults comfortably in all the seats. So that's a big claim, because usually in 7-seat cars you'll find that the last 2 seats, which is the third row of seats, is usually like a bit cramped, because think about it, it's basically the boot. You're putting people in the boot. That's kind of what it is. And kids can fit comfortably, but adults seldom do. I mean, the Discovery is probably the biggest one in terms of these 7-seat cars, and it's you could fit adults in that one, but I don't think you're that comfortable. It's not too comfortable. But yeah, maybe I'll do a review on that, because I think I do know someone who drives the Discovery, so we'll try get that in. But yeah, the Discovery is probably the most comfortable 7-seater on the market at the moment. So the X7 is claiming to be more than that in terms of seating comfortability and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see. I'd like to see one in person, just to see how it actually looks in the flesh. It might look better than it does in pictures. And talking about cars and pictures, something very cool has come to South Africa. Sorry about the pause. I was just collecting myself to announce this. The new McLaren Senna has landed in South Africa. So this happened last week. I saw the initial post from Instagram from Daytona CEO. I think it's Justin Tavares. So it seems like it was flown in, which is pretty damn cool. Like, when you buy a Senna, it gets flown in. It doesn't come in a container or on a ship. So yeah, it came last week, and yeah, it's the first one. Apparently there's going to be 10 that are coming into South Africa, which is just mind-blowing. 10 people in this country have the kind of dosh to pay for that car, which, depending on how you spec it, is plus minus 30 bar. Yes, 30 bar for a car. Yes, that's crazy. But still a beautiful car. Very irrational purchase, but if you are a car enthusiast, you will understand why we have to have it. It is just, it's beautiful. It's a masterpiece. I like the fact that McLaren took the stance that, you know, we're not going to go for looks. It doesn't really matter what it looks like. We're just going to go for for function over form. So usually manufacturers will try and balance that form and function. This car is all function, all aerodynamics. It's a crazy look. It's like if you gave a kid, but even that, like if you gave a kid a piece of paper and you said, draw the craziest, weirdest looking car that you can, and you'd probably come out with the McLaren Senna. So that's pretty dope. Actually, there's another YouTuber from the UK who's speccing his. Well, he showed us the video of him speccing his, which is just spectacular. The fact that there's a YouTuber out there who's actually buying one of these cars. His name is Tim. I'll put a link below just to show you. And yeah, he's basically just speccing out his McLaren Senna, and it's very interesting. All the options that you can get with the car is just pretty amazing. So yeah, that caught my eye. And what else did I have jotted down for this episode? Sorry, I had to just double check because I forget. Top Gear. Yeah, Top Gear. Look, I used to love watching Top Gear, and it was just the car show to watch, especially Jeremy, Richard, and James. They kind of made the show. I don't believe that Top Gear is a brand. It is just those three, basically. But obviously, this being real life, Top Gear is actually a show owned by the BBC, and they were fired, or Jeremy was fired, and the other two left. So Top Gear revamped. They had like 25 million presenters at once, and then they narrowed it down to the three, which I think was Matt LeBlanc, Rory, and Chris. And then now they've changed that. There's two new presenters. I don't know who they are. I haven't actually bothered to check who they are because I don't think I'm that interested. I'm just a bit disappointed that, a car show which was so great, and I mean, it's not like they've lost content or stuff like that. They still have like the newest cars and all of that stuff. It's just, it's not as cool as when, it was Jeremy, James, or Richard. That's how I grew up. So maybe it doesn't matter to the new generation, but at least to me, I am kind of a new generation. Like, I'm not that old, but yeah. So Chris stays on, and then there's another two who join him, and yeah, that doesn't really matter too much. We're waiting for the grand tour, and hopefully that comes out soon rather than later, because we've been waiting. Like, we've been waiting a long time. It takes forever for these guys to get out a season. Like, come on. But yeah, it's worth the wait most of the time, or all of the time. The past 2 seasons have been great. I loved them. People had a lot to say about the first season, but yeah, second season they came back with it, and it was just beautiful. So I cannot wait for the third season. And there have been a ton of cars that have been released, and I'd really like to see them review them. So yeah, that's what's happened for me this week in terms of cars and motoring and stuff like that. So give me a thumbs up, because this was a great video, right? So yeah, no guys, if you really liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to get in the comments section below and hit that subscribe button. Do not forget it. Hit the subscribe button now. If you haven't done it, I don't know why, but do it now. I don't know, it's weird. It looks like I'm not looking into the camera, but I am. So sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so thanks for tuning into this week's episode or this week's video. I actually want to do more videos more often, but it's kind of hard with content, and I'm trying to get some cars on the line and give you guys beautiful stuff. So yeah, when I can, I will, and you guys will be the first to know. And again, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, peace. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.